Hello everybody. Merry Christmas to you all. We're sad to welcome you with an upsetting video on such a lovely day. Unfortunately, one of the best Netflix shows of all time, Julie and the Phantoms, is officially canceled this week, and we still cannot believe it. Now, before getting deep dive into the issue, we have to express that it's normally not a rare occasion for Netflix to cancel a show. The platform releases dozens of shows each year, and only a handful of them manage to be hit. If a show is not a hit, then it needs a small but dedicated fan base, as well as a low budget that is worth Netflix's time and investment so that it can continue to come up with more seasons. Unless a show fits either of these categories, then it's likely for the streaming platform to say goodbye to it. In the end, Netflix is doing a business, not providing favors, which requires it to be a little bit cold-blooded at times. That being said, Julie and the Phantoms were not included in the last category. On the contrary, objectively speaking, we can confidently claim that Julie and the Phantoms was a show that was among those exceptional hits that are produced by the platform. With an impressive 8.5 rating on IMDb, the show's first season, which was released back in 2020, is still considered as one of the best that Netflix has released so far. Then why we're forced to say goodbye to this brilliant show? Usually, Netflix decides the fate of a show a couple of months after the release of each season. At that 2-month mark, we get the big news on whether the show will be renewed or not. However, when it comes to Julie and the Phantoms, it took Netflix for a year to make an official statement on its fate. To be more accurate, Netflix preserved its silence again, but it informed the showrunner, Kenny Ortega, on the show's doomed destiny. Our Julie and the Phantoms family want to send our love and endless thanks to our Phantoms all over the world for the tremendous outpouring of love and support you have shown us since our premiere. We learned this week that Netflix will not be picking us up for another season. Although our hearts are saddened, we move on with such pride for what we accomplished as a team and the family we built while creating Julie. We hope you will continue to follow us as we move forward with our work and careers, Ortega said in his announcement on Instagram. The news devastated dozens of fans who managed to keep their hopes high for all this time. They even launched a petition to save the show, which is already signed by 93,000. It's not a pointless thing for fans to choose such a route to save their favorite show. In the past, we watched Netflix saving canceled but believed shows such as Lucifer just because the fandom was too determined to not let go of the series so soon. Therefore, even though it's a small chance, we can still expect the platform to renew the series one day. Why did the platform decide to cancel the show despite its massive success, though? The reason is neither the low ratings nor worrying production quality. The only other option is some disagreements with Kenny Ortega on the terms and conditions regarding releasing his show. Since such a reason would be highly personal to go public, we have no details on the case as of yet. Still, we know that Ortega occasionally informs the fans on his Twitter account by expressing that the negotiations with Netflix are ongoing. This means that there is something major that the two sides cannot agree upon, which eventually led to the cancellation of a massive show. Julie and the Phantoms were adapted from the Brazilian TV show Julie's Fantasmas. It was following a group of teenagers who discovered the ghost of an old band and embodied them, which provided them with a remarkable musical talent. The cast of the show was consisting of Madison Reyes as Julie Molina, Charlie Gillespie as Luke, Owen Patrick Joyner as Alex, and Jeremy Shada as Reggie. What do you think of Julie and the Phantoms? Do you think the show deserved better? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.